Just hours after their season-opening 5-1 win over the Calgary Flames on Thursday night, the Vancouver Canucks were back on the practice ice on Friday morning at Rogers Arena. They traded in their black skate gear for the traditional blue and white as they practiced for about 40 minutes before boarding a flight for Edmonton, where they'll take on the Oilers on Saturday night. After practice, we caught up with head coach Adam Foote, along with Arsh Baines and Jake DeBrusk.
I like your PK last night. You used a lot of different guys.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some guys that need reps and have to learn how to do it, and it depends on what power play you're facing. So there was a lot of good things. Yeah, we got to continue to focus on those things. It's not going to get easier.
Is Brock on the PK going to be a thing?
I want him to be. He's smart. You have to get out there and get the reps, and you can draw it up, but until you get out there and see it, I think he'll be a good killer. But we have to manage him too, right? When you got a couple of good power plays going on, we got to manage that ice as well.
How the power play you're facing tomorrow, does that change how you guys prepare, or is it just
yes? Well, we did a pretty good job last year, but they've got a lot of good tools, and there's certain times to go, certain things to cut off, and last night we were good, but we're still learning when to cut off the top and when not to chase in the bottom. So we're going to have to be really detailed with that tomorrow. We all know that.
Is last night a bit of a blueprint how you want most games to go? You held them under 20 shots. Your goalie was strong. I mean, you got nice spread out scoring. I mean, if you could do that most nights, would that be something that you'd like to see?
Well, what I liked is we hung in there early. They played the night before. It seemed like they had their legs going before us. It took us a while, I felt, to get into it. But Demmer did his job, and we didn't give up real big plays at the start. Not too many anyway. But we hung in there. I'd like to see us, when you have training camp, you go through so many different things, and you have a checklist. And like today, we went over a lot of regroups, like coming back harder and being available for our D quicker. It's one of those things when the regular season starts. If you don't do it, you lose zones. And we got caught in that a little bit last night. So you just work on things. And like I said, it's the first game. There's a lot of great things that happened. We had some goals because of what we've been practicing. So just keep building on it.
One on Baines. I mean, he had great pass for the breakaway and the shot blocks. Like, do you see this guy with an all-around game that's going to keep him there?
What got Baines the breakaway pass was he came back hard. He didn't come back casual. Sometimes it's just old habits. It's been hockey for such a long time. The forwards furthest away, if they don't sense danger, like a 2-on-2 on your D, they might not come back hard. And if you come back hard, your D have more confidence squeezing faster. And if you come back harder, you have pace when there's a breakup. So you turn around, you have the confidence to make those plays. So I felt like he's trying to play fast. And, there's things he's going to learn as he gets the reps. But there's a lot of great things that he did that'll help him, every game that goes by, have a cleaner game.
In conversation with Baines yesterday, he mentioned that he's more willing to kind of make mistakes and learn from it this year. Do you think that's something over the past couple of years he's been kind of afraid to do almost a little bit, or try?
No, I think it's the opposite. I think he tried too much at the blue line. So if he wants to put it that way, that's great. We said to him, listen, just play. I just want you to manage the lines and manage the offense. Well, all that means is don't overcreate when it's not there against great players. Like if he plays the right way in straight lines, the offense will come. So I don't think he's thinking so much that he needs to put it in the net and make a big move. It's not one-on-one hockey. Like the great players don't play one-on-one. There's a couple that'll do it with speed on a rush, but there's still lots of great give and go plays and things like that. He's got offense. Some of that one-on-one when he's feeling it, then he might do it. But right now, he's playing predictable hockey. He's been reliable.
What's most important, guys, if you want to for your group tomorrow? What's the most important thing for you guys against this Oilers team?
Just refocus and adjust to a different team, which we will.
What about Coots? Will he play? I don't know if you're willing to tell us that.
He's playing.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you've talked about putting him in spots to succeed, obviously different on the road, and especially with what the Oilers could throw at him. So how do you go about sort of putting him in the best
Well, it's a different game. It's going to be a neutral zone where they like to go 4 back, and you got to catch them, and he's good at that. And last night he was in it was a game where Calgary probably plays the most old school game around, which it's in the trenches in the dirt, and I thought he handled it well. and we just got caught in 4 power plays each. So, but he did great, and he did a lot of good things, and I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah, they play fast. They got superstar talent. I think it's gonna be a good challenge for us. We're a group that's relies on every guy in this room, and we got a lot of lines and a lot of guys that when we dig in, we're hard to play against. So it's gonna be a good challenge.
What's it like the day after, just getting the home opener out of the way and first game of the season?
Yeah, it was nice. I think it's been a good challenging couple of weeks in training camp and preseason, and we've done a good job of trusting the process, sticking through it, and we were excited to go play the first one, and it was a great reward.
You talk about the talent on the Oilers. What about from a penalty kill perspective? If you're out there against their power play, what are the things that you have to be aware of to try and have success in that element of the game?
Yeah, they got a dangerous power play. I think the guys they have out there, they're trying to find grade A's. They're trying to find the best possible play. So we're gonna have to try to identify it, be quick to it, sacrifice, and we'll do a good job of that.
For you on the penalty kill last night, you had a couple of shot blocks in the play you broke up with your stick, and you could hear the crowd get into it. What does that do for your confidence to have a bit of success right away on the PK? And clearly, it was recognized by the fans in this building.
Yeah, it's special. That's we feel that energy when we're on the ice, and when we block shots, every guy on the team respects that in everyone, and it's so special. And guys sacrifice, they do their jobs, and you get rewarded like you scored a goal.
You've been a guy that's figured it out at every level you've played, and obviously been able to put up points. It hasn't happened here at this level yet, but how confident are you that part of your game will come?
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of the process. I think just going to stick and try to be a guy that's that can play anywhere on this team, and then eventually, hopefully, keep working my way up. And like you said, just kind of same attitude throughout the last couple of years. Same way I'll try to do here.
Last night you guys did a lot of good things, but the one thing that sticks out a lot is Demko. Like I know it's obvious, but he never seems to let in bad goals and like a deflator kind of thing. Like how nice and confident does that make you guys when he's doing those things?
Oh yeah, it's massive. I mean, honestly, I thought we played pretty decent in terms of chances against, but they still had some great A's and at different times in the game, like you said, and sometimes with the save, the timing of the save that you get, and he's had a really good camp. He looks healthy. He looks like himself, like you were saying earlier. We're kind of all. Everyone knows what he is, but for us, it's huge. We have confidence in both guys, but when he's on top of his game, he makes us look pretty easy.
I mean, Calgary offensively, Edmonton's probably a step up, obviously. What did you take from your team defensive game that's got to be ratcheted up tomorrow night against them?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that there was some things that were, first game jitters or first game rustiness, and it's kind of weird because you play against a team that's on a back-to-back and they're fresh, they're ready to go. It's probably the best time to have a back-to-back, and we're kind of home opener, the whole shebang, and takes you a little bit to get into the game. But I thought that we did a pretty decent job in terms of our structure. If anything, I think we could have done a lot more offensively against them because of our structure defensively. But like I was saying earlier, with Demmer and net, obviously a different team in Edmonton, different way they play. We're gonna have to be, third man high. We have to be ready to go from the jump of the puck. And obviously, have they played since their last game? Yeah. Well, they had kind of a tough loss, so they'll be ready to go.
A lot of talk about obviously the style of play, aggression, pace. How do you feel that went into game one for you as the team as a whole, but also your line specifically?
Yeah, I think the team. Well, I think you could see with the team taking it, taking it to heart, and obviously. Getting contributions pretty much from every single line, I think, or it seemed like it anyways. Anytime you score 5 in a game, it's a good sign of offense, which in turn is how we're playing. But like I was saying earlier, I think the first time we kind of went on the rush, we scored. So, and it was late in the third. For me personally, I got to be better at demanding the puck and doing more of that. I think that I was, first game, haven't played in a while, rusty. And, we had a week off, but personally, I think that I didn't really do too much out there. In fairness, didn't really do that much wrong or that much good. So, but I was expecting something like that. Obviously, in saying that, it's nice to get the win in those types of games. It feel a lot different if we would have lost that game, but we'll need a better effort against Edmonton. Obviously, probably playing against their top line. There's no room for error, so I need to step up.
It's the Canucks and the Edmonton Oilers, the first road game of the season for the Canucks, and obviously the challenges of facing the Oilers are obvious. Edmonton coming off a 4-3 shootout loss on opening night at home against the Calgary Flames. Don't forget to check out Rink Wide Vancouver immediately after Saturday night's contest. Irf Gafar and myself will break it all down for you, and you can find that here on the Rink Wide YouTube channel. Covering the Vancouver Canucks for the Nation Network, I'm Jeff Paterson.